on this particular day, we had headed out later in the afternoon. Normally when we go diving, we get up well before daybreak. We spend all day diving, then come back with a couple of hours of daylight so we can get out of the water and go deal with the fish, etc. But the boys were working in the morning, and back in those days I was probably recovering from a hangover. So we headed out later in the afternoon, and we found actually on the few times that we've done that the later in the afternoon can really be quite a good time to dive. A lot of the boats head inshore because they're like us trying to get out of the water normally and head back home, and the fish, we used to find that they would come up in the water column. When there's a lot of boat motors going everywhere, the fish would drop down to the bottom and go a bit deeper. I don't think they like that noise. So when all the boats disappeared, all the boats trolling, it enabled us to get closer to the fish. They came up in the water column, and on this particular day, the whole reef just lit up at one point. There was so much activity, and when we leapt over, we were met with a lot of fusiliers, and they were everywhere, and they were frightened. They had that edginess about them, so we knew there were some predators around. We'd seen a lot of evidence of that. So when we were diving down, it didn't take long until we saw some wahoo, we saw cobia in the distance. We even had a big school of tuna come flying past. We weren't able to get a shot on them, but it was so much happening, and we were so excited. We kept doing a couple of drifts, and it didn't take long before the boys had started to get their spears plugging into some wahoo, and the floats were flying everywhere. As we were pulling in a fish, another fish would appear. Some Spanish mackerel came in. Dan managed to pick up a little tuna. There was just so much happening. It was just a crazy couple of hours that we had out there. It's probably one of the best spearfishing days that I've ever had, I would say. There was so much happening, so much variety in such big numbers, so many schools of different things, and it was just adrenaline-packed fun for a couple hours, and we just got it all packed in and headed just back through the bar before the light closed. And yeah, it just goes to show those late afternoons, they can just be magic sometimes.